Look, when you leave the insane asylum, some horror movie villains try out different things. Some stalk babysitters, some slumber parties, others check out a play rehearsal. And then we have Clint Howard's Gregory Tudor, who knows that first and foremost, he must have some kind of successful business to provide the income that supports his mayhem, so he achieves his dream of becoming the friendly yet murderous neighborhood ice cream man. And the movie achieved its dream of catching everyone's eye at the video store in 1995, causing all of us to say, why yes, I will watch a Clint Howard movie about a killer ice cream man. It had been since 1981's Evil Speak that Clint had the lead role in a horror film. But it isn't just that that's a hook with this film. It has a lot of surprising names attached to it. It was the first non-adult film from porn director Paul Norman, here as Norman Epstein, which clearly means it's gonna link to another Cinema Snob episode from the past. That's right, Ice Cream Man is from the guy who gave us Edward Penis Hands. So we have an adult film director behind it, but it's co-written by David Dobkin, producer of R.I.P.D. and Jack the Giant Slayer, and he directed Wedding Crashers, and blink and you'll miss some other names in this. It's got Olivia Hussey, David Warner, Jan Michael Vincent, David Naughton of Werewolf in London, Sandel Bergman of Conan, voice actress Andy McAfee, Major League ball player Steve Garvey, Justin Isfeld, the MILF guy from American Pie, not the American Pie that Paul Norman directed, and Mikey LeBeau, the kid from Playing Dangerous, that movie Grandma bought you thinking it was Home Alone. Then there's porn star Tori Wells, who was the director's wife. She's got a cameo. And it's sponsored by Converse, as there's more Chucks in this than a 90s throwback movie to the 60s. What an extra level of ambition this 90s direct-to-video movie had. They went into this knowing it was gonna get cult movie status, and airtime on Joe Bob's Monster Vision. Hell, I'm surprised it's taken me this long to spotlight it, but the weather is nicer outside, so let's get some ice cream full of eyeballs.
I'm watching my video. I'm watching my video. Oh, watching my video. Sure looks good to me.
Alright, now where am I gonna watch this movie at? Oh right, Tubi TV, of course! It's the movie with the cover that looks like a horror recut of My Girl, with an opening credit sequence that isn't exactly like Leave It to Beaver. Except for that time Wally gunned down the ice cream man to impress Mary Rogers. Everyone seems shocked by this, except little Gregory, who has his priorities straight.
What is it, my little face?
Who's gonna bring me ice cream, Mommy?
Just go to the store and pick up Ben & Jerry's like a normal person. Also, can we get some backstory? Who the hell did this ice cream man piss off? I'll worry about that later. I'm a major procrastinator. That's why I'm now distracted by playing the Journeyman project.
Mom, the ice cream man's here! The ice cream man's here!
I can tell you're very into that game if you're torn from it that quickly. Don't say the ice cream man didn't warn you. His truck literally tells children to watch out. He can't be that evil. If he were crazy, he'd be giving out ice cream in the gutter. Instead, he teaches manners.
Hey, what's your problem, mister?
You didn't say please.
The metal bars on the window should be a red flag, but who pays attention to that when there's push pops? If you pick around all the bugs in the ice cream, it's quite delicious. And pretty much every adult in town is on a list anyway. I don't know who that guy is, but you should probably stick your cone in his eye. I love the names of these characters. We have Tuna here, and we have Small Paul. That's when I know a movie like this is perfect for the Cinema Snob, when I can't tell if it's gonna be a horror movie or the Buttercream Gang. The jokes could be from either genre.
The kids threw pies at him. Get it?
Pied Piper?
Party hard, Tuna.
Alright, now I want that creepy old guy to come back.
The Piper led all the kids down to the river and drowned them.
Lord, thanks to all the Stranger Danger videos and special episodes of Different Strokes, this is what we all thought it would be like going outside in the 80s and 90s. Maybe that's why he's so keen on visiting the creepy ice cream man. At least you're not this guy. Sure, he's getting some reanimator-like flashbacks, but it could be yummy frosting. Let's hear him out. He only has a toy knife anyway. Who else in town can give us weird vibes?
Well, boys, if Mrs. Langley and I had known you were coming, we'd have set a place.
You're not Heather's dad, you're Jack the Ripper. I've seen time after time. And at least the ice cream man is nice to dogs, right?
Are we having a bad day?
I'm sorry. On second thought, I will take a deformed Spider-Man dessert. This really is like watching some bizarro universe Mayberry from the Andy Griffith Show.
What's that on your nose?
It's grenadine for my ice cream treats.
This is why Sheriff Andy kept Opie's brother locked in the attic. Look, the neighborhood kids are already missing.
Johnny, did you see little Roger Smith today?
He was at the park. Why?
Because he hasn't come home yet. His mother's worried sick.
I'd say it's very obvious who did it, but it's really not. It could be anybody. It's even got fades like a sitcom commercial break.
Jacob, why don't you and Janet take him to the movies tomorrow?
I'm definitely not going to a G film.
Okay, are we about to get the wholesome moral of the story now?
Open wide, Gregory.
Of course we are. It's a delightful kids property. You know, just like the Clown Cafe from Terrifier 2. It'll go over great with my wife if I put this on for our son. I mean, the dialogue is so simplistic that anyone can understand it.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, my number one son and his tag team.
Nice to see you too, number one dad who is married to my mom, as I am your son. It was important we get David Naughton in here. Between his appearances in Ice Cream Man and Hot Dog the Movie, his filmography goes through all of our favorite summer treats. Detective Jan Michael Vincent will solve this crime. Maybe, maybe not. This is a town that loves this Ice Cream Man, but has yet to notice all the damn body parts and mice in his ice cream. Just the way I like it, with eyelashes and fingernails. Sometimes you can tell it's directed by a porn guy.
My. I'd like to buy a gallon of your, hard pack.
Ooh, she's gonna suck the nuts out of those M&Ms without even breaking the shell. I question this man's business. Not so much that he kills people, but that's where he hides the bodies. You're already a successful ice cream man with a long line every day, yet you keep stacking these bodies in here. You're gonna run out of room for your inventory and lose money. The way that a lot of this is shot, it doesn't surprise me that they intended for it to be a PG-13, since even the horror parts look like an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? But when there's close-ups of munching down on eyeballs, then yeah, it's an R, just an odd one. Like, oh yeah, this is the story we get from the Midnight Society when they let Cousin Steve tell us a story after he huffed paint at the campfire. Small Paul, by the way, never paid attention to any of the PSAs.
I never saw the insides before.
You're making this too easy for me, kid. Somehow what tipped him off is the stick that fell off the truck, not the fact that he's an ice cream man played by Clint Howard and he rarely attempts to hide the body parts in his treats. And he leaves witnesses behind. Don't you worry about those kids. They'd rather let the killer get away with it than go a summer without ice cream.
He killed the park guy. He killed Small Paul.
He killed your imaginary friend? Plus, the parents are too busy to do anything.
I drove by the bar after I got off. What of it?
Oh, so now the story changes to you left work on time, but you hung out at a bar for 4 hours?
See, they're currently acting in community theater. And you should all hear him coming anyway. He's not a silent killer. He always has his jingle playing.
What the hell is that ice cream dork doing out this late?
Hey, stoners live in this town too. Let's take a break. The feed says that there should be a commercial here anyway. Special thanks to our Patreon voters for selecting this episode, which remained in the lead the entire time, with nothing else coming that close. Even the melodrama voters were like, guess it's the wrong time for A Night in Heaven to win. For Bryan Adams is no match for the last MTV Movie Awards Lifetime Achievement winner. Truer words have never been spoken. Take part in polls and see episodes in advance at patreon.com/The Cinema Snob. We're back, and I could tell this was shot fast. The characters leave for work before they're even dressed. And we have to appreciate that the killer uses partly fresh, wholesome ingredients. Oh, he's weirded out now, but that's only because he doesn't know the history of Gregory and his son. They'll each work on saving each other's Christmas. If it had porn star cameos.
Oh, excuse me. What do you think of this color?
I'll ask you for an autograph in a minute, lady. I mean, I haven't seen your movies. I guess they are doing some police work. You know what? You are a strange man. We should check your ice cream shop.
I want you to go through everything. Find any hollow doors or floors, bust them open. Got it? Yes, sir.
Yes, dreamsicles really are that hard. Gonna need that axe to see if the cream in the middle is made of nipples. On the one hand, good for you for searching this guy's hangout, but on the other, maybe search his damn truck. Hell, the weirdest thing in this place is his shrine to the fallen ice cream man killed in the drive-by. Seriously, what was that about? And what's with these machines? I've seen enough Final Destination movies to know that that can't be good. There's also parts you can tell Jan was doing some drinking on set, too.
What about my dog?
You know, those daisies are magnificent.
Hey, I'm supposed to be the weird one here. There is some good news. Small Paul is still alive. I'm glad you didn't scream for help, Paul, but why didn't you scream for help? It's because he's gonna be his successor, of course.
Are you having a bad day?
Look at me. What kind of dumb question is that? They're very concerned about the disappearance of Small Paul, but he didn't let that get in the way of honoring the memory of Norm Peterson with that suit. The important thing is they don't give up hope.
Small Paul's dead.
You mind? I'm trying to read up here. Yes, it's one of those movies where the only hope in saving the town is the kids. They'll think of a way out of this, even if they have to go to the Upside Down, or build a tilt-a-whirl to space, or throw a candy bar at Sloth, or find a dead body before Kiefer Sutherland, something that reminds us of our childhoods. Unfortunately, they only watched movies like Getting It On, so they're just placing cameras outside the high school girls' bedrooms. I'm not sure they have a great plan. We shoot the rockets at him when he pulls up. And then what? And then the pizza rolls will be done. We'll come back tomorrow to find his graveyard. It's where he buries his discontinued flavors. We'll sell it ourselves and strike it rich. The police aren't gonna do anything. He's out there hanging out in cemeteries, and the cops are literally right there watching, or presumably taking a nap. I guess there ain't no law that says you can't bring a portable ice cream machine to the tombstones. How come the dead guy gets the edible ice cream while everyone else in town is stuck with chocolate chips made from mice shit? It goes without saying that Clint Howard is perfect casting for this. To get into character, he would scream at the top of his lungs every day before the shoot to make his voice even more gravelly. I think I know where he learned that trick from. We'll just let the caretaker clean up all the stickiness here once he's done shooing away the goth kids who are banging in the tombs. The kids have a lot more undercover work to do. Hey, maybe one of us should actually check in the back of his truck, which isn't even an ice cream truck, it's a portable crime scene. What a week for me to be watching this. This is in the subgenre of episodes that I'm writing and recording with a fever, stuffy nose, and a sore throat. It's a sick snob episode, so I'm not exactly craving ice cream while watching it, but I am craving mashed potatoes, which is what they used in place of ice cream in a lot of scenes. And of course, this is the type of town where the 1 hour photo guy is also weird.
You could get our duplicates, or you could get our 8-hour service for 10.
I wish to be a real boy, and this is what the fairy turned me into. Oh, and yes, they really are asleep on their stakeouts. Do y'all like marshmallows and shaved kneecaps? At least his performance is appropriate. Some randomly go over the top.
Johnny! Yeah. What the hell are you doing with my camera? Where's the film?
Calm the hell down! What are you, banging that camera? Really, he should collect dirt on everyone in the area. He's catching David Naughton cheating on his wife and moonlighting as a Scott Baio clone. Though it's a horror film, so Clint should probably kill him.
Hey, ice cream man! This is not a hunk of junk!
Don't know what happened there. Perhaps you should follow up on that kill.
I brought you something special.
Ooh, sounds yummy. You know, we should swap recipes.
Oh, okay, well, it's hard to get confused as to what happened to him now. We can even see how he made a giant ass cone big enough to fit a human head. Ugh, that much severed head and ice cream mainly sounds like a recipe for an oversized stomach ache. Let's take a break. We're making strawberry mashed potatoes now, son.
If you don't feel guilty, it wasn't that good. So creamy, so delicious, so rewarding.
And I'd do it again.
Enjoy the guilt. Fusenblage.
We're back. How's that investigation going?
More patients have died and some pockets dried up. Of course, when you die, you'll dry up.
Oh, great. Even the sanitarium is run by a creepy ice cream man.
You remember a nurse warden?
Do I?
It helped my patients when I turned her into an ice cream sandwich and chopped her up while dressed as the Easter Bunny. What is happening here? This is the asylum Gregory came from? Is it gonna have a twist like Don't Look in the Basement, where it turns out the inmates are running the place? They really did film this at an actual abandoned asylum, in which some of the graffiti was already there, and I hope in real life the place was better run than it is here. Hoo-hoo, they're about to murder the hell out of Pee-wee's bike. Say, I know you. It's Lee Majors, the second. No, it really is. Jan Michael Vincent isn't fazed at all walking through here. From his point of view, a lot of this looks a little normal. I don't see what the big deal is here. No wonder Gregory was released. Look at all the other patients. The murderous ice cream man was the most normal patient here, even more sane than the doctors. They must like it here. Look, that door was easy as hell to open, and none of the patients have tried escaping. I think Jan Michael Vincent's had enough, though.
Go ahead, detective.
Yeah, someone's following my partner again. He's going a little gun crazy. Just say you were firing at zombies. Why not? It's not terribly far off. What a bizarre side quest this movie went on. Best get back to the main story. Tuna letting all our childhood heroes down. There was a time we could have flown our bikes past the moon, but this idiot gets snatched off his bike by a truck going 2 miles an hour. Lame. Perhaps it is time to get the hot-headed older brother involved.
Cut the Lone Ranger shit. You're not a police officer.
Janet, I got the gun. The badge will follow.
Spoken like a man who watches a lot of canon films. We're in safe hands. As long as he doesn't do something stupid. Nope, can't see you. Clint Howard will be the better older brother to him anyway.
Hiya, honey.
See, he already comes with his own laugh track jokes. I kinda like this movie. The jokes are stupid, but...
What are you doing running from the ice cream man?
But I still laugh. Could be the cold medicine, but any time is right for Clint Howard with ice cream heads.
Kids, always getting in trouble.
Kinda makes your head spin.
Yeah!
Well, that earned him a spot in any Rob Zombie movie ever made. This sorta reminds me of Man's Best Friend, which I also reviewed recently. They're not exactly the same, but I enjoy them for similar reasons. With that film, you had a horror movie about a bionic dog who escaped the lab, but the movie was shot like it was a Beethoven movie. And now here, we have a film about an ice cream man that's shot like it's a Halloween season kids film, only with a murderous Clint Howard lurking about like he's out of a John Waters universe. With its blend of horror and old-fashioned Americana, you could watch it as the B-side to a double feature with Serial Mom. Even though he's making his murderous side more obvious, I still think he'll get away with it in this town.
Freeze!
See, they just simply want a freeze pop. They're still not ready to search his truck. Should we do something? It is a little hilarious watching him stuff Augustus Gloop with butter rum ice cream. How is he gonna get the upper hand on these cops? Sure. This year marks the 30th anniversary for the film, and for that long, they've tried getting a sequel made. There's been some attempts at a crowdfunding campaign, but even though it ends with him being ripped to shreds by an ice cream maker, I could still see him coming back. He just may look a little more like the stitched up Chucky in the future. Though Eli Roth has an Ice Cream Man horror movie in production, not sure how much that ties into this, but if it does for summer what he did for Thanksgiving, I'll take it. Just give us a Clint Howard performance, or the story of an adult Small Paul taking over as the killer Ice Cream Man. You can tell they wanted a sequel fast. Look how quickly the end credits are going by. That does it for me. This sore throat hasn't gone away yet, so I'm gonna cool it down by finishing off the ice cream that I have in the freezer. It's only partly made of feces and earlobes.
This is not a happy day!